Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins, and Trevor.
Right, okay. So do you want to do the introduction, bro?
I'll do the introduction, having struggled to get here through my laptop. There we are. All is well now. Welcome, everybody, to the Alien Spaceship. Everything's a bit frantic, so if we make mistakes, please bear with us. I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me bruv.
And I'm Emmy Hikins, and he calls me cuz. Welcome to the Alien Spaceship.
Alien Spaceship.
Yeah. So, today we're going to talk about man and woman, according to. So let's see how that goes, bro. You're the brave one.
Well, I'm certainly not the expert, so on men and women, but we'll start. But I'm actually going to I'll be asking you some questions. I'll be seeking your answers on this,
right?
And then I'll give you the correct. Answers after your answers. Okay, so basically we are talking about men and women, and my first question to you, cuz, hang on, I'm thinking aloud here. No, let me start again about men and women, but just as an introduction to next week's, I want to talk next week a little bit and discuss
I think you're frozen out.
A brief introduction. She was an American lady born in Alabama in 1880. And all was well. She lived on a farm with her family.
Right.
And then at 19 months, when she was 19 months, she contracted an illness which involved inflammation of her stomach and her brain. Now, nowadays, doctors apparently think it was probably meningitis. But most children at the time who contracted that kind of illness died, vast majority. But she didn't. She survived, but, and it's a big but, she lost her sight and she lost her hearing. Now, this was at the age of 19 months. Now, we can't imagine what that must be like. It's one thing to lose your sight, it's another to lose your hearing. And actually, it's sometimes a question, isn't it, which people put in quizzes, what if you had to lose one, which would you prefer to lose if you had to lose a sense, sight or hearing? And it's a very hard question to answer. But anyway, she lost both of these amazing senses that we take for granted.
Right.
And who knows how things went in the following years. I mean, she learned a sort of a family way of communicating. I don't really know what that was. I don't think the records are great. Obviously, her family was in some disarray because of this little child who probably hadn't even learned much of her vocabulary by the age of 19 months, was suddenly in this fog, this haze of consciousness. Anyway, moving forward to when she was 7, the family got hold of a teacher who specialised in this kind of thing called Anne Sullivan. And Anne Sullivan remained a friend as well as a teacher throughout Anne's life. As I say, Anne was born, I don't mean Anne, I mean Helen's life. Helen was born in 1880 in Alabama. She died in 1968. So she was 88 years old. But Anne basically, all I'll say for now is basically Anne, after lots of, you could actually say sort of violence and anger when she was trying to teach Anne, and when you can only imagine how she was trying. It was all about touching her fingers, and Anne would make signs, etc., all sorts of things. And at first Anne struggled and she got angry. She was only 7, and she would even pick up things nearby and throw them. And there's a very good film. I can't remember what it's called, but it'll explain all of it to you. Anyway, moving forward, as I say, Anne Sullivan was a friend of Helen's all her life. Moving forward, Anne, she wrote 14 books. No, sorry, I keep saying Anne. I mean Helen Keller, the blind deaf lady. Right. She wrote 14 books. She travelled around the world giving lectures, believe it or not. Her one regret, which she said to people when she was asked, was that she couldn't speak properly. She knew that we know what someone who's deaf, they do struggle to get maybe the right volume, etc., etc. And she regretted that perhaps she wasn't giving the best version of her speech. Yeah. But that was her only regret, it seems. But she wrote 14 books. She actually went to Radcliffe College in Harvard. Such was her brilliance. She went to Harvard University, one of the prestigious universities in America, and she lived an incredible life. Anyway, that's.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.